Hey everyone, I just saw Avengers Endgame tonight, and oh my gosh, I have so much to say about it. However, Disney's put up an embargo until Friday, so I can't say anything about it. However, my roommate here, Becky, has seen Jojo Rabbit by Taika Waititi tonight, so we're gonna talk about that instead.
Oh, no, we can't talk about that.
What do you mean?
It's the first rule of test screenings. You can't talk about test screenings.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
What the f are you sitting here for?
I don't know. Why'd you have me on?
Get the f out of here! Okay, so for the very first time on this channel, I cannot reveal a single spoiler, which I realize goes against fan theory, but Disney put up an embargo until this Friday. However, you can go check out our spoiler-filled review on Friday for free over at patreon.com/fantheorytv, where you can also find all kinds of goodies, including full-length reactions, unaired and unblocked episodes, and so much more. It's the only way to support us on this channel, so we'd appreciate your support. Like, seriously. I love to support fellow YouTube channels and making appearances all over the interwebs, and my personal favorites are the real rejects, whom are the only reason I even decided to do this channel in the first place. Greg and John are the best guys ever. They're so outgoing, talented, entertaining, kind, funny, genuine guys. I just happen to be in another sketch of theirs for Avengers Endgame, which you can go check out that link in the little link above my head right there. I'm honestly so proud of what we've done with it, and I definitely want you to check it out as soon as you can, preferably after you watch this. And while you're there, give them a video like and subscribe to their channel, and maybe even check out their Patreon. All the links for that are in the description below. All right, enough yammering. Let's get to the super spoiler-free review of Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame exceeded my expectations on every single level. I absolutely enjoyed the movie. It was full of surprises. It is totally the biggest movie experience of my entire life. I almost have a hard time digesting that I just witnessed it. It is remarkably short for being 3 hours and some minutes. I cried, I laughed, I couldn't breathe. There's so much intensity throughout this movie. You really can't waste a single morsel of it going to the restroom. I highly suggest y'all don't drink a lot of fluids at least an hour and a half before going to see this movie. It will ultimately pay off for you in the long run, especially because this movie wastes not a single moment of screen time on anything that's not important. Everything is vital, everything's huge, the stakes are so high, but the best part about this movie is that while there is technically a villain, the movie in itself is a villain already. We have to overcome so much in order to basically have the happy ending that we're hoping for. And even this isn't necessarily going to give you everything you want, but in so many ways it does. There's definitely some loss, and I'm not saying how or who many or how whatever, but I will say this. You will cry. This is not just a game changer, it really is the title that holds up to what it really is. It's the end all of this. Now, I realize that sounds silly because we know that Spider-Man Far From Home is gonna be premiering shortly thereafter, but trust me, this movie really is kind of the end, and it's beautiful and it's magnificent, and it spends so much more time with our characters and the relationships and the connections between all of them, and it's a beautiful film. Not just visually, but mostly in its story. Infinity War is just a movie with a lot of big moments. This whole movie, it outweighs anything that happens in Infinity War. One is way bigger than the other one, which seems weird to me because I remember seeing Infinity War and thinking, how in the world can they go anywhere up higher from this? And trust me when I say, this is the biggest, most epic, most unique, original Marvel film, or even film, I've ever seen to date. And it exceeded my expectations tenfold, 20-fold. I absolutely loved it. 3,000. You guys, oh my God. It's so hard not to spoil anything. All I can say beyond this is the movie is phenomenal. I could talk forever about it, even spoiler free. There's still a lot to say, but yet we can't say anything. Just go see it. It's heartfelt. It's tonally different from the rest of the movies. It's truly a masterpiece, and if it doesn't at least get nominated for an Academy Award, there's something wrong. I have never been more impressed with writing for a single film in my entire life. Granted, they have several years to build up to, but just the overall, I was impressed. It brings forward everything that you have seen and loved about all of the MCU to this point, and it ties it up in a beautiful bow. I realize this is kind of silly because everyone's gonna go see this movie, and if you haven't, you're probably gonna have a hard time getting tickets, but go see this movie. Duh. I suggest that you go see all of the MCU films before going to see this one. However, if you want to limit yourself to just a few, I suggest you go see Captain America: The First Avenger, The Avengers, Thor: The Dark World. I realize it's not a good one, but it helps. Guardians of the Galaxy, as well as Avengers: Infinity War. If you see those movies, it will all mostly make sense to you. All right, so lastly, I'm going to attempt to do a spoiler-free fan theory, which, I'll do my best. We know that Spider-Man: Far From Home comes after Avengers: Endgame. And then other movies follow. I did it. Yeah. This is my fan theory. What's yours? What's up, fellow fans? If you like what you see here, make sure you like, subscribe, and click that bell to be notified of future episodes.
Join the fandom at patreon.com/fantheorytv for exclusive and early access to full-length reactions, unaired and unblocked episodes, and so much more.
You're curious. Admit it.
And that ain't no theory.